hello to my beautiful community here in the US and globally around the world. I am filming on April 22nd, the third Wednesday in a row, to wish you all a very, very happy Earth Day. The globe is now celebrating for the 50th time this beautiful planet that is 4.5 billion years old, and it should be celebrated every single day because all the resources that she provides are making our lives comfortable and contribute to the way we actually live. My only wish is that we're becoming aware of the responsibility that we have as to give thanks to also make sure that the next generations to come will have equal chances than we have today. Hi, I am Pamela Peeters, an environmental economist and also sustainability strategist. And I basically have dedicated my life towards opening people's minds and hearts to the concept of preservation, restoration through various programs, including the Our Planet TV show, the Sustainable Planet Film Festival, and also the Eco Hero program for youth around the world. And I'll make a little announcement at the end of this video of what is next, an invitation for participation basically. And what better day to announce that than Earth Day. So for the people who saw my two video postcards last week and the week before, I was inspired by the community of creative people who posted their own contributions to lift people's hearts and minds during the corona pandemic. And I asked myself, well, what can I do? And I picked up my book, Urban Ecology, which was a bundle and still is a bundle of short story. It was written in 2007, and it takes you on a journey 4 seasons in a row through Manhattan, and every single short story has an assignment as well. I had already talked about biking, and I had talked about Central Park. I have been looking through the whole book to see what other short story I could read for you. And I have it printed here next to me so I don't have to hold my book in my hand. And I thought that jazz in Harlem could be a fun story because the fact that I was invited to the most amazing jazz party I actually have been to, and I've been to a lot because my father is a big jazz fan and has a wonderful collection that I enjoyed listening to on weekends and dinner parties. The park, Central Park, is a place where different cultures meet, dance, bike, tennis, swim, so many great activities. I even did my yoga in Central Park for a couple of years. And when you bike in Central Park and you descend from your bike and walk around a bit, you just start talking to people. Maybe it's my personality. I'm a pretty outgoing person, but I started a conversation with an interesting person, and that was in Central Park, and it resulted to an invitation to a jazz concert. So here goes the short story. One sunny afternoon, I decide to bike from the Upper East Side to the Upper West Side through Central Park. Before long, I find myself in a pleasant conversation with a total stranger. This happens all the time in New York, and the exchange of thoughts and words often evolves into an invitation. And so it does this time. John, a jazz fan, gave my Alice in Wonderland existence a new turn. He asks me if I am interested in pure jazz. Of course. course, I say. I was raised with jazz. My father was one of the European pioneers cheering alongside other jazz fans in Harlem. Show me the way. A week later, and I'm on my way to 134th Street. A labyrinth of stairs, hallways, and escalators brings me 4 flights up. A tiny apartment holds 20 folding chairs, a piano, and a woman rocking her hips while she launches a song. And baby, does she have the blues. My visit opens the gates to jazz heaven. The intimacy of the situation makes the music's rawness curl from the walls. The jazz artist exhales her misery through her song. She may have limited resources, but our hosts still treats us to some refreshments. We pour ourselves apple cider and take a dry biscuit from a plastic tray. The blues flows through her vocal cords and carry 10 fingers over the ivory keys. I start to tune into their source of inspiration. A concert at the Blue Note or Lincoln Center will never match this living room spectacle. Sound this pure does not easily translate into dollar bills. I thank my green bicycle one more time for having brought me to the right place at the right moment. John did not exaggerate. I have been treated to my most authentic jazz moment. A couple of years later, it is my turn to sing the blues in a gospel choir. And every Wednesday afternoon, I sing the glory of life. And with reading this short story, it brings me right back at the experience. That's the wonderful joy of writing. You try to capture a moment and find creative ways to translate. And what is most fascinating about reading books, we all create our little film, but at least I have the visual that I remember. And when a song is good, it is good. So happy Earth Day. This was a short story that I really wanted to read to you, because when you go out in nature, you not only open up your mind to relaxation and to so many impulses, but when you go to a park like Central Park, there is always a pleasant encounter waiting for you. So what I wanted to also say is that while today we celebrate Earth Day, I created myself a day on May the 5th, and that is called the Day of the Eco Hero. While Earth Day celebrates the planet, Mother Earth, the Day of the Eco Hero wants to show what amazing people do to help Mother Earth. It's the day of activism towards preservation and restoration. So on May the 5th this year, it's the 4th edition already, there's a webinar. You can find more information on my website, myecohero.com. The invitation is open for schools, after-school programs, students from the middle school onwards, globally, of course, and you can find guidelines and register for the competition. Create a video, I would say maximum 4 minutes, submit it to me by the 31st of August, and we're gonna select 6 groups who can become my Eco Hero reporters for the course of the next school year. And more about that on the webinar. I am always a big fan of people who show positive activities, who unite around the planet. That is my mantra. I see you again next week with another short story. Not sure what it's gonna be, but that's for you to find out. And as always, I will end with the way I used to end my first TV show, Our Planet. It's to celebrate life every single moment. Take care.